Look at Mama.
Wee! Wee! There is something so inspiring about nature, but I think deeper within nature, it's the silence for me. And I mean silence in the sense of there is no human activity going on. So there's definitely noise being produced. But it's a leaf falling on the ground right there. It's a squirrel rummaging for an acorn. It's the call of a bird. It's the wind through the trees. The Japanese call it forest bathing. Helps cleanse the soul, washes off what you're thinking about. And I think everybody needs that. I think we're wired together as humans in the sense that, I think a lot of our subconscious stimulates from our own experience, but also what's around us, the energy around us, and thus the thoughts of others, the subconscious of others permeates into our bubble subconsciously. And so when you get to a place out here like this, the thoughts around you disappear and you're left with your own. And then you find if you can reach that meditative state, there are no thoughts at all. You're just one with the moment. That's the way. Because it's the truth and it feels good. You can't beat that.
But like, if there's one bear over here, there could be multiple.
A family.
You just don't know.
A family.
You don't know.
That was like a baby one.
Yeah, or like a younger one. I wouldn't say a baby, but it was definitely not an adult. I don't even know how long bears live. Oh, this person's about to see the bear.
Careful. Are they walking?
Nope, they're driving.
Go slower. You don't want to hit it.
It was right here. It's moved on.
No, don't hold on your window, Brooks. That's also scary that we don't know where it is. You know?
And that's why we went back for the pups.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because if the bear saw Zenji, he might want to go inside.
Yep. Like, oh, that's food. Alright. Well, we got our encounter. That was cool, man. That was so cool. Lotus in the Smokies. Driving to the Smokies. Okay, so the jacket I'm wearing is made from dead stock wool in Italy, which is something I'm going to explore way more, because what this company is doing over in Prato, Italy is super cool. These high-end luxury brands buy fabric like anybody else, right? Any fashion designer. And of course, then utilize that fabric for whatever garments they're making. You can imagine businesses at scale either overshoot their targets or can't sell, certain garments, and so they have the fabrics left over. Well, what to do with those fabrics, right? Well, they then take those fabrics and sell them at a discount to this company, who then reissues the fabrics to select designers to use. Now, this is great on multiple angles, right? Circularity being the first thing, right? We're not just letting these fabrics go to waste, right? We're going to, allow them to potentially be used again. That's awesome. Second is for, a brand like myself who's just starting. The brand is just starting, or another designer out there. It's a great way, in fact, I think the best way I know of, to get a hold of luxury quality fabrics. If you're not in tune or aware of, why garments, luxury fashion houses garments cost so much. I mean, you can imagine they have high-end artisanship, craftsmanship. But the fabrics they're using are of the highest quality. The yarns, the materials that go into it, the process of doing so is at the highest order as well. And so to be able to use those materials, like this awesome wool print, which I'm obsessed with, is effectively allowing me to now compete with those luxury brands, right? And say, okay, you use the fabric, right? This way, I'm going to show you how I can do it and put it out to the world, which is awesome. So this jacket, unidentified or unnamed for now, I might call it the zero waste jacket. It features a lot of paneling, which is, you can see it there. Lots of paneling and very intricate detail on that. Reason is I want to use these fabrics from there and be able to utilize even scraps. Maybe I'll call it the zero jacket. That sounds better. But the point being, create a way in which to use all of my fabric scraps. When you're designing, if you guys know, you make a lot of waste. So, and you get like little strips of fabric that are just like really small. You're like, what do I do with this, right? Well, I think this is a good way for other designers too to incorporate, which is find a way to make patterns with paneling and then put it on there. Like, look at this little piece right here. This little tiny detail. You see how far that is? That's a perfect strip. It just goes down to here, all the way up to here, you see? And how many times do we have like a little strip like that? It'd be bigger, obviously, waiting, just sitting there on the ground after cutting. And so that's kind of the idea behind the jacket. Of course, I literally got the zipper caught in the door, and my natural reaction was just to pull away, and I just ripped the zipper off. So I can't even show you this fully zipped, but that's okay. We've got photos and other garments, other jackets in this form for that. But I think I'm going to call this the zero jacket and stick with this theme of like, continually making and iterating off of something instead of just changing for novelty's sake. And yeah, that's the zero jacket. Let's go. Smoky Mountain hat. Yep. And so like I'm just so passionate
about whatever this is going to be and whatever this is right here. Because it's an opportunity to express myself in new ways, dialogues, meet people, go on adventures, be with my family, connect then with you all, and at the same time live my fashion. Maybe that's what it is. It's like I'm living my designs. I'm living them. I think so often designers, a lot of the times, live away from their art. Not all designers. But I don't, like, if I make a garment that I don't want to wear, you know, or want my wife to wear, or a friend to wear, or have somebody in mind to wear, then what am I doing it for? You know, this jacket and this set was like built for this. You know, it's like an ode to my country self and my country background, right? And I got the camo print, the cargo pant, kind of like a hunting jacket, and like now I'm out in the country in Gatlinburg, up in the Smoky Mountains, living my fashion, you know, reality, and then creatively talking. I see this here, and I think to myself, how many different things I could do from here. And it's really exhilarating because I haven't felt this since starting fashion, really. Like the combination of film and fashion is because I think what it is I'm always like seeking newness or trying to create it, and I see it here happening. Hope you do too. And I'm hoping it can just be fun, entertaining, inspiring, relatable. Maybe test your thinking sometimes, right? I just love this so much, and I'm just happy finding it because I've now like found something that is obviously a creative venture that makes me just as happy as making clothes, which is like oh man, I'm excited.